Maureen Hashi, psychic medium, intuitive healer. If you watched the last video where I'm talking about why spirits are at some locations more than others, now I want to talk a little bit more about, what you can do to assist them with feeling comfortable with detaching. And again, it is part of their healing process to detach from their passing, to accept their death, to feel like they can move forward. Because some spirits don't want to move forward. And then separating the energy to understanding, is it a familiar spirit pretending to be that person, or is it the actual person still at this location? So there's a lot that goes into it, which is why you need a little bit more experience. You need to be settled within your faith, have a strong connection between God and the angels, and having had a little bit of experience doing it as well for some time, just so you don't come in harm's way and that those around you don't come into harm's way. Oftentimes when we're dabbling into things that we don't really know about, and for example, when you're using items like Ouija boards, and this is such a big topic for me personally, I don't use those things because it opens up a portal, it opens up communication, and generally speaking, what's coming through isn't always of light and love. There is some undertones to it because spirits will jump through that open door, that open portal, and, closing your session as well. A lot of people don't close their sessions or don't know that they have to end their session properly. And then setting some ground rules and permissions and boundaries, so this is why I just stay away from it. Growing up with a psychic mother, she dabbled in a lot of things, including witchcraft, including other things. And what I learned was a lot of discernment of, what practices you keep, keeping it all in the light with God and the angels. And then don't be afraid to ask for help from someone who's more qualified to assist you. The other thing is, it's never too late to ask God and the angels to assist you in your life, in your how you move through your path and your practices. Because if you run into problems, and it can't be like a last resort, it should always be your first resort to want to keep things in the light, because there is a lot of dark energy that can attach to you, that can come through, that can call to you and beckon and keep you trapped and stuck. And the purpose for that is to feed off your energy, to really kind of take over your life and give them life through your light energy and your soul. So you want to make sure that you're, right with God, right with what you're doing, and really knowledgeable and confident. It is about confidence and your skill set. And so I always, this is such an interesting topic because I don't always feel called to release people. And I know that's going to go, what? Because sometimes the spirits aren't ready. There's other people that feel called to that. And sometimes it is, I do feel called to release spirits. And I think, paying attention to the energy and the situation, because what happens in a lot of these places is you get many ghost hunters. You get many people coming and going, different people opening different portals, not closing them down properly. So there's lots and lots of things at play here. And for the most part, I do offer, assistance to those on the other side if they want to be free from their situation. But you can always tell the energy that's coming through, whether it was a familiar spirit or not. Because generally speaking, when it is like, let's say, the victim, they do want to be free. I don't believe all souls agree to be trapped because, everything and everybody has free will. And certain situations are more tricky to get out of than other situations, especially, those on the other side. And so it's helping them understand on a soul level that you can make changes even in death. They can come to terms with releasing their human experience, seeking a higher path, and that they're ready to let go of however they've passed, and that they're ready to move on. And so it's helping them change their belief system to being open. And sometimes it can take one session, sometimes it can take a couple sessions for them to understand that they are free to walk away from that toxic situation as a soul and spirit on the other side. But like I said, this is a really complicated topic, and there's lots of opinions. This has just been my experience and my perspective. Anyway, chat soon.